These guys right here have been working really hard in practice for a couple weeks. They're tired of playing in front of nobody, so they want to come out here and play in front of all of you guys. So thanks so much for being here. This season is going to be really fun, really exciting. Our style of basketball is going to be extremely aggressive. If the ball's on the floor, we're going to dive on it. We're going to be really enthusiastic.
Well, it was an electric atmosphere at Gregory Gym on Wednesday night. Now joining us to talk about the unofficial start of the Shaka Smart era is lifetime Longhorn, Mr. Lance Blanks. Lance, right off the bat, it was an incredible scene out there on Wednesday. What was the biggest thing you noticed to Shaka Smart's beginning, his start on the 40 acres? It just seemed like an incredible atmosphere.
It was an incredible atmosphere. Electricity, energy, appreciation. There you see Shaka. I mean, they literally went up to different fans, thanking him, taking pictures. I mean, it was a hostile environment, if you will, especially when it's an unofficial start to the season.
Kerwin Roach Jr. has been called the best future NBA prospect on this team by some. Led Texas with 18 points in the scrimmage. What can Texas fans look forward to out of him this year?
I don't know, and I don't know that he knows. This young man is special. I mean, he set records in the triple jump in high school, and there you see he showed last night he can shoot the ball, he can pass it, get steals, and he can do that. He can finish with the best of them and also finish under people when he needs to. So he was a wrecking ball last night, both defensively and offensively. There you see Coach Smart instructing the young man, but I believe he's going to be pretty special, and there's really no ceiling to his game, so I'm not sure we know exactly what he's going to give us this year.
One of a number of new faces is Roach. Another one, four-star freshman Eric Davis Jr. poured in 16 points. What'd you think about him?
I think all of these freshmen they're special because they can shoot the ball, they can put it on the floor. I think his stats didn't necessarily match exactly what he's going to be able to do during the season because I think he probably played more minutes, got some buckets late in the game. But is no doubt he'll be able to do a lot on the wing. He can finish like that. And it's just going to be an electric and fun year for this freshman crew. These seniors and these older guys, they better get ready because they're going to have their hands full with these freshmen.
Another guy to keep an eye on, JUCO transfer from Maryland, Shaq Clear, 6'8", 285 pounds. He has the size. How did he look?
Well, Shaq looked good. It's the size. He's very girthy, if you will. Takes up a lot of space around the rim. He can rebound the ball, clear space, and he can also finish. For that size, it's going to be a great additive for this Texas team to have next year. He also, as you said, was at Maryland, so he's going to maybe be a little rusty early, but he showed last night that he really wants to score the ball, and that length won't be able to bother him because of how girthy he is.
Another newbie with a strong performance, Tevin Mack, another four-star freshman. What's your grade on him out there on Wednesday night?
Well, Tevin was originally going to go to VCU, and then Tevin decided to come here when he found out that Shaka would be coming here. He's a unique player because he's kind of a little bit of a 2, a little bit of a 3. He can shoot the ball. He's a little quirky around the rim, so he can get into those creases and get rebounds. He can put it on the floor, as you see there. So I want to emphasize, though, that these older players will have their hands full keeping these freshmen like Tevin, Kerwin, keeping these guys on the bench this year because they're very good in terms of depth with these young players.
A lot of these young players on the team for Shaka Smart, but what about some of those returning guys like Taylor, like the Felixes of the team? What do you make of their role?
Well, they're kind of old veterans, if you will. If you go back, not last season, but the season before, this is very much the same team with the absence of Holmes. So these guys are savvy veterans. They surprisingly won't have the expectations they had last year, I think because of Turner, but they can do special things. I think Isaiah wants to prove that he's a high-level NBA player, and I think Felix wants to make it a nice last season here. He can shoot as well as anyone in the NCAA. And then Yancey there you see with the special finish. I mean, Holland, they're shooting the ball. These guys are really balanced. They can shoot, they can dribble, they can pass. They've got youth, they've got experience. It's, in my opinion, a very special team, and you saw that last night in the scrimmage.
Shaka Smart, known for running an up-tempo type of not only defense but offense as well. How will the big men like Ridley, Ebay, and Lambert fit in this year?
Alex, they'll add to the diversity of this roster because Lambert can stretch the floor. There you see Ridley with a big-time finish. He's a little more bouncy, I think, than he was when the season ended last year. And look at Lambert. Bam, knocked that down. So the bigs for this team, they'll be able to rebound the ball, put it back. They'll be able to stretch the floor as Lambert can do and block shots, as you can see there. So this team, to me, is as diverse as any team, definitely in the region and maybe in the country. We'll find that out soon, but it's a very diverse portfolio for Coach Smart.
Smart had a system known as Havoc that he created at VCU with tons of defensive pressure, infamous for that system. How much of that same Havoc, that intensity, did you notice on Wednesday night?
You know, I didn't notice as much as I thought I would. And I think that's because the players are still trying to learn one another. Shaka's trying to learn them, but they went to it right away. There you see them stretching the floor, creating a trap double team and creating tempo, which they're going to do this year. So I'm not so sure that we're seeing the full arsenal of Havoc, but I believe slowly but surely we'll see it injected into the system, both offensively and defensively. What I did see, though, is a faster pace at both ends of the floor. I think there's another level that we'll see sooner than later.
All right, season just around the corner. We'll be talking to you much more often. Mr. Lance Blanks joining us.
Thanks, Alex.